discuss these stories. When Elon Musk took over the Twitters and has now changed it to X, one of the first things he said is that he was going to try and combat the disgusting amount of child abuse that was going on the platform. Any social media platform of any size, once it grows, is obviously going to be exploited by horrifying people who want to abuse children, and Twitter was no different. It's why they had a trust and safety team. It's why they had a council of individuals as well who were supposed to help them coordinate with different authorities around the world to be able to try and both track down and stop people who want to abuse children. And then Elon Musk came along and just fired them all, like just got rid of all these departments. And then Jordan Peterson came out of nowhere and was like, oh yeah, I don't notice as much child porn on the network anymore. It's fantastic. Well done, Elon. The truth is that they actually don't really care about child exploitation. In fact, they're willing to go as far as defending it and reinstating an account that posted child porn. Yeah. This story was starting to break yesterday, so I was only getting the early details of it. I didn't cover it in full. And now that it's gone a full cycle, it's actually really horrifying when you realize what took place, because this is an account, Dom Lucre, who is known for posting QAnon tier shit, also known for posting a whole bunch of stuff that definitely violates the terms of service. And yesterday, the account was suspended. All of the right-wingers jumped on this, you know, the quartering Jeremy Hambley, the one who's made PSAs in the past about how to protect yourself if you have child porn on your computer. Yeah, Jeremy Hambley of the quartering definitely saying, like, what's going on? We've got to reinstate this account. Matt Binder writes, Elon Musk just confirmed that a prominent right-wing influencer on the platform was suspended for posting child exploitation pictures. Also, Musk confirms that they've just reinstated his account. So, Twitter suspended the account of US right-wing conspiracy theorist and QAnon follower, Dom Lucre, with more than 500,000 followers. One of the biggest conspiracy accounts on Twitter, his tweets regularly racked up millions of views. Elon Musk comes in personally to discuss this one. The reason for suspension should be known, along with the ability to appeal quickly and easily. There are so many layers of software, 20 million lines, that this is much harder than it should be. I'm told that this account was suspended for posting child exploitation pictures associated with criminal conviction of an Australian man in the Philippines. So there it is, confirmed in 4K. Only people on our CSS team have seen those pictures. For now, we will delete those posts and then reinstate the account. So, confirmation that the account posted photos of child exploitation. Regardless of the context, the photos were posted for all to see on an account with, again, something that gets millions of impressions. And then Elon Musk, Freudian slip, Donald Trump, Elon Musk intervened personally to reinstate the account. Elon Musk previously promoted a tweet thread by this right-wing influencer who Musk confirms was temporarily suspended today for posting child exploitation pictures. Later the same day, the user was posted AI nudes of AOC. So once reinstated, the account then started posting AI nudes of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Now this is the interactions in the past thread. Proof that racist Republicans and Democrats switched parties between the 1860s and the 1960s. Good US history thread, says Elon Musk. And then, I guess Dom found Matt Binder's post here to say, damn, you look like a real caveman. That was the response after you got caught in 4K posting child porn on your social media account. Again, if you happen to be a QAnoner, if you happen to be a far-right influencer, you seem to get favoritism, and that includes if you post child exploitation photos. So the owner of the website will come, this is X, by the way, the owner of X, will show up to personally reinstate your account. So that's pretty fucked up. I assumed this was going to be something that would make bigger news. The owner, one of the richest human beings, I believe the second richest human being on the planet, and the owner of this entire social media website, personally intervening to both confirm that this individual had posted child porn, and then say that they've deleted child porn off the network, and they've reinstated the account. You would think that would be bigger news. You would think more people would talk about it. You would think that would be something that most people would be like, holy shit, this is fucking horrifying. The double standard, I'll have you know, in place here, by the way. The very same people who consistently vilifying LGBTQ plus people as groomers, as pedophiles, those same individuals are allowed to post child exploitation photos on the network and not face permanent repercussions for that. There's a whole bunch of people who were defending this, by the way. People like End Wokeness, you know, that account, being like, oh, well, I mean, the account, the photos have been deleted, so I guess no harm, no foul here, right? The GOP isn't a political party. No, they are pedocons. Pedocons are a menace that seek to molest kids. This is what the GOP is, kids who they molest. I mean, all this stuff is turning out to be true. The whole PDF theory coming together in real time. Well, there's like, there is a handful of people who are trying to bring attention to it. Banning people for posting child porn, banning people for posting about my jet. I'm sure you remember that Elon Musk took great strides to make sure that no one would post what he said was real-time assassination coordinates, even though they weren't actually real-time assassination coordinates. This also came out the day before this story was revealed. Here comes to Mr. Musk. Tesla created a secret team to suppress thousands of driving range complaints. About a decade ago, Tesla rigged the dashboard readouts in its electric cars to provide rosy projections of how far owners could drive before it needed to recharge, a source told Reuters. The automaker last year became so inundated with driving range complaints that it created a special team to cancel owner service appointments. In March, Andre Ponson set out on a family road trip from Colorado to California in his newly purchased Tesla at 2021 Model 3. He expected to get something close to the electric sports sedan's advertised driving range, 353 miles on a fully charged battery. He soon realized he was getting less than half that much range, particularly in cold weather, such severe underperformance that he was convinced the car had a serious defect. We're looking at the range and you literally see the numbers decrease in front of your eyes. Ponson contacted Tesla and booked a service appointment in California. He later received 2 text messages telling him that remote diagnostics had determined his battery was fine, and then they would like to cancel your visit. What Ponson didn't know was that Tesla employees had been instructed to thwart any customers from complaining about poor driving range by bringing their vehicles in for service. Last summer, the company quietly created a diversion team in Las Vegas to cancel as many range-related appointments as possible. The Austin, Texas-based electric car maker deployed the team because its service centers were inundated with appointments from owners who had expected better performance based on the company's advertised estimates about the projected display in the in-dash range for the cars themselves, according to several people familiar with the matter. Inside the Nevada team's office, some employees celebrated canceling service appointments by putting their phones on mute and striking a metal xylophone, triggering applause from coworkers who sometimes stood on desks. The team often closed hundreds of cases a week, and staffers retract on average a number of diverted appointments per day. Managers told employees they were saving Tesla about $1,000 for every canceled appointment, people said. Another goal was to ease pressure on service centers, some of which had long waits for appointments. So basically, on both ends, they're lying, right? They're lying to their staff, saying that, hey, by the way, you're doing a really good job, you're helping out Tesla, and you're helping out the team by saving us tons of money by canceling these unnecessary appointments. On the other side of things, the drivers themselves who bought the cars are suddenly being told, well, actually, the fact that your car is not making it as many miles as it's supposed to, don't worry, the car's not malfunctioning or anything like that. This is all working according to plan. Tesla years ago began exaggerating its vehicle's potential driving distance by rigging their range-sensitive software. The company decided about a decade ago for marketing purposes to write algorithms for its range meter that would show drivers rosy projections for a distance that it could travel on a full battery, according to a person familiar with an early design of the software. Then the battery fell below 50% of the maximum charge. The algorithm would show drivers more realistic projections for their remaining driving range, and this person said to prevent the drivers from getting stranded as their predicted range started declining more quickly, Teslas were designed with a safety buffer, allowing about 15 miles of additional range even after the dash readout showed an empty battery. The directive to present optimistic range estimates came from the Tesla chief executive. Elon wanted to show good range numbers. When you buy a car off the lot, seeing 350 mile to 400 mile ranges makes you feel good. So it's actually lying to you. The cars would show you the closest location to a charging station. They would also tell you that, oh, by the way, you better do this quickly. And if you're just about to run out of time, you would suddenly get a little boost of 15 extra miles because they hadn't been telling you the full amount that your battery had left in order to continuously keep up the illusion that you, in fact, had much more mileage than you were actually getting. And the fact that these cars and their batteries don't perform very well, if at all, in very cold temperatures, it would correct for that by suddenly saying, hey, you got to get to the next charging station. You're actually way closer to the empty than you thought you were. It's all deceptive. It's all business practices that I assume there should be some kind of oversight committee to be able to make sure that you can't get away with this kind of stuff. And also, it really goes to show that the person who's all, free speech man, Mr. Elon Musk, who's all about, no censorship, stuff like that, actually has an entire team committed to fooling his very own customers as well as some staff on both ends that everything is fine. This is wild, Writers cannot determine whether Tesla still uses the algorithms that boost in-dash range estimates, but automotive testers and regulators continue to flag the company for exaggerating the distance its vehicles can travel before the batteries run out. Tesla was fined earlier this year by South Korean regulators who found the cars delivered as much as half of their advertised range in cold weather. Another recent study found that 3 Tesla models averaged 26% below their advertised ranges. The EPA required Tesla since 2020 model year to reduce the range estimates the automaker wanted to advertise for 6 of its vehicles by an average of 3%. The EPA told Reuters, however, that it expects some variation between the results of separate tests conducted by automakers and the agency. Data collected in 2022 and 2023 of more than 8,000 Teslas by recurring Current, a Seattle-based EV analytics company, showed that the car's dashboard range meters didn't change their estimates to reflect hot or cold outside temperatures, which can greatly reduce range. Recurrent found that Tesla's 4 models almost always calculated that they could travel more than 90% of their advertised EPA range estimates, and regardless of the external temperatures. Scott Case, Recurrent's chief executive, told Reuters that Tesla's range meters ignored other conditions affecting driver distance. I mean, that's if you're able to drive the cars. Ideally, they're not exploding, or the self-driving mechanisms aren't crashing into things or stuff like that. But seems like a lot of sketchy behavior from, again, a man who's spending his daytime protecting pedophiles. Because, yeah, that Elon Musk, who could be, directing a lot of his activity towards, hey, by the way, you should really look into the fact that you may have been covering up or intentionally lying to your customers as well as to your own employees about the range of these vehicles, and also the utility of lying about the range of these vehicles and telling them that they're doing a good thing, saving $1,000 per arrangement. Well, at the same time, you're covering up for pedos on Twitter, aka on X. Yeah. And all this is coming while Elon Musk is launching X too. I love the fact that X is supposed to be this new, intercommerce global financial system / phone device. And you can now use X to call your friends, and who's going to trust this company with a fucking cent of their life savings, let alone their credit card information. But that's where it's all headed. All the tech bros and the Elon bros are all going to be interconnected with this global network known as X, which is powered by the old remnants, the husk of what was left of Twitter, aka just this fucking Hitler's bunker, the app, all connecting it together. It's wild. And then, yes, then they do explode into each other. Good to see you, Lost. Everyone go check out Lost channel. Concerning. That's all I can really say about all this. Deeply, deeply concerning across the board.
Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback, because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
Thank you kindly to our Lord and Saviors Peyton L. Just and Xander Corvus. Without you, we are nothing. And now, a shout out to our Knights of the Square Table. Amazing Flesh, Anna Loves Riley, Adrian McCarthy, DM Rivera, Doug Cady, Everything Important, Hegbard Celine, Izzy Solidarity, La Media Panza, Matthew Scarborough, Multimondi, Nettle, Omni, Peanut Butter Blonde, Political Papi, Quiet 185, Rachel K, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Kubi, Cernicus, Spinach Monster, Stellar Vision, Sebastian Demmel, Thomas, Trevbot EXE, Lucidry, Words Greenwood, Cheryl Alvarez, Tony Perkins, Thomas, O'Pecker, Travis McClinton, and Victoria Bell. Thank you so much. And a huge shout out to all the other people who make this entire show possible. Without you, it would not exist. If you can support us, please go to patreon.com/theserfs, and even $1 can help unlock all of the little goodies and help make this show entirely possible.